everyone, welcome to Coaster Kids with your host Logan and Natalie. And right now we are in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and you guessed it, we are at Dollywood. And we were here yesterday and it was so much fun. They have so many great coasters and yeah, there's a lot of fun things here, a lot of fantastic food, and I just love this park already.
Yeah, just by the looks of this park, it's like really cute and it has so many trees. The landscaping is beautiful.
Once so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming.
Alright, this is the way to Mystery Mine and Thunderhead. These are one of the coasters in the park, and they are pretty cool coasters too. And yeah, the park is just awesome. And why are we walking backwards for no reason? I don't know.
You know, they looked, I'm like, you know what? I just kind of hate it.
Rode the Mystery Mine, which the sign's up there, which is a Gerstler Eurofighter, and it was very fun. It had some really cool theming to it too, since it has a vertical drop and 2 vertical lift hills, and it's half outdoors and half indoors, 2 inversions. Yeah, not nearly as bad as I thought. I would rate it a 4.
I would definitely rate it a 5 because there's vertical lift hills, which I have never actually been on a vertical lift hill, and it was really intense. And it was upside down, and it was just an intense ride. And I do like the theming. I just think it was a really cool ride.
Yeah, it is.
Entry gates are closing. Please step back to the entry gates.
In America that was ever built, and it was very cool, and yeah, I just like this ride, and this station looks really cool in there. And also there's an eagle right there, if you can look at it. Yeah, and I like this ride. I would rate it a 3.5.
I really like the ride. I like the theming. I like the color scheme. I would probably rate this ride like a 4.5 just because it is pretty intense. And one of my favorite things about this ride is when you get to the top of the lift hill at the beginning, there's like mist, which is really nice on a hot day.
Yeah.
Better than Gatekeeper?
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't think so. we rode the Fire Chaser Express, which is voted one of the best family coasters in the world, and it's a pretty fun ride. The launches are fun, and the theming, I'm speechless. It's a pretty fun ride. I would probably rate it a 2.5 or a 3.
I would probably rate it like a 3 because I actually really like this ride. The only part I don't like is when you go backwards during part of the ride. It's not that long that you do go backwards, but it kind of hurts my head a little bit, but I love the ride so much. It's kind of reminds me of a Wild Mouse coaster, even though it's not, but it's a really good family coaster and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I do too. We just got off of the Tennessee Tornado, and it was a very fun aero concussion blooper, and it's been voted the best of its kind. And yeah, it's just a very fun ride. I love the loops, and it is pretty smooth too. I would rate it a 4.
I'd probably rate it like a 4 because there was this one hill that was pretty steep, but it was kind of rough the time I rode it. It wasn't really rough, it's just at times, like when it stopped, it kind of like jerked a little bit, but overall it's a good ride.
Yeah, it is. I like it. The Barnstormer, which is unfortunately the only thrill ride at Dollywood, but who cares? It's still a very fun ride. It's basically the same thing as Skyhawk at Cedar Point, and there were a bunch of signs everywhere that looked hilarious, and if you know what I mean, just, I don't think you do, but anyway, I would probably rate it a 4.
I would probably rate it a 4, and I think what the science is talking about is when you're up in the air on top of like a building thing, like on top of the roof of like the line that says like if you're reading this, you're plane crazy, and plane is spelled like plane, and I think that was kind of funny. That was one of the rides, unlike Skyhawk at Cedar Point, you actually were like floating in the air. Like that is the definition of airtime right there. I really like that ride.
I know, it's awesome. We just rode the Blazing Fury. Guess what? It was kind of a waste of time, and we had to wait in 45 minutes for nothing.
The whole ride was kind of just confusing. So it's a dark ride, so it's kind of like special effects and stuff, but there were really creepy characters, and it's not even supposed to be scary. And the concept was just confusing. There was like fire and dynamite, but then there was like a mine, and there was bridges, and it was just a confusing concept. I don't even get like what the ride was about, but a lot of toddlers there were saying that they liked it, so I guess toddlers liked it, but I really didn't. I would rate it like a 0.
I would rate it a half scream or a 1.
Not a very good ride.
Yeah, it's a waste of time. We just rode the Thunderhead, and that was just insane and out of control. It may have been pretty rough, but it was still pretty fun for me. It's a GCI wooden coaster, and I kind of liked it, even though it was kind of rough, but it was still pretty fun. I would rate it a 3.5.
I would probably rate it 4.5 because it was pretty intense. I just didn't really like it. It kind of made my head hurt. It was really rough, and I don't really like those kind of rides.
Up there, that's a piece or a hill of lightning rod, which is going to be new in 2016. the first ever launch wooden coaster. It's going to be an RMC, and it's going over 70 miles an hour, and yeah, I'm just so excited, and I hope I get to ride it.
He got a little smile there, Mom.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, that's those cars. I thought
All right, that concludes our day here at Dollywood. We had such a fun day here. They have so many fun coasters, rides, and yeah, I just love this park. And it's one of my current favorite parks. And this is, yeah, they have a lot of fun things here. Nelly?
This is definitely one of my favorite parks just because I love the food, I love the rides, I love the atmosphere, and there were so many pretty trees and like plants and floral things. I just love the park a lot. It's definitely in my top 5.
And one of these coasters are in my top 15 coasters. You're gonna have to guess that in the comments. Alright, and as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and just read these.
Be brave and ride on.
See you later.
Bye.